Thanks. All right, thanks for joining us. Okay, we're going to messages and into the Q&A. So, all right, blessings. Here we go. Brings you. We are the energies of the Elohim. As you can see, there's much healing to be done in the human race with the DNA strands, especially the reptilian strand of aggression. Of course, there's other strands that we don't need to necessarily go into at this time, but there is a lot of understanding of the lower realms, basically here to balance reality, balance the lower realms and the higher dimensions. Obviously, you can see there's an off balance because there's technically a war between the points of view, you could say. And there's just what you're looking for. Yes, love, but also a balance, which does connect to love for society to allow itself to get to know itself again, to be friendly with itself, and to heal those that are there to disconnect you from each other. So when humanity becomes more connected with each other, yes, you can. The elites can come and go. If humanity is not connected to itself, it doesn't really matter what the elites are doing. If humanity is not really getting along with each other, that's what you want, really. It's just the world to come together, which it is not at this time. Parts of it are, but not. There's still a lot of mistrust, as you can see. So when humanity comes together, the elite powers will become more recognized, and they won't matter anymore because their manipulations don't longer work in your society. So, greetings to you. This is Enki with Anunnaki. Yes, the biological human, the organic human, is very much like a machine. At least the society is built like a machine. So society's structure is forcing the human to be a machine, at least for it to exist, to function here in reality. That is here to change. That's why I connect to other star systems to heal. It takes a great deal to release the structure of the economy, or no economy for that matter. So, yes, many are feeling like the elites are leaving the earth, but society has to, if the elites left at all, they all come and go. But the structure that's here has to be healed. And many are doing that by leaving their jobs, but also doing a job they want and having a less structured life, which is good. The less structure and more spontaneous energy is necessary. The more spontaneous you are, the more you heal, the more that you feel like you're going in a direction. It's more of your for your highest good, which is difficult to do when you're doing a 9 to 5, as some do. So, essence. Greetings to you. This is Redmond. Greetings with the Sirian councils. There are many councils here. Doing what we can for humanity. What we're allowed to is many restrictions. We can only go so far. We go where you go, where you can go. Yes, we cannot do magic. We're not permitted for that. And we can't necessarily see your physical realm as well as some beings can. Some beings can see it very easily. Some feline beings can see your physical realm pretty well. But for us, we just see energy for the most part. We see the frequencies that you're going through. We see the manipulations very easily because we're at a frequency to see it. It's like a balcony view of how your world is put together, how basically just see your world as just energy. See your human race's energy fields are all individual energy fields. So we feel your consciousness, we connect to your astral very quickly. Of course, your astral is so much different than your physical, of course. We are also to answer questions whenever you're ready. So, thanks.
Oh, greetings, Redman. Welcome back.
Greetings.
Blessings. Thank you for coming in. Up first this evening, we have Daria.
Hey, Redmond.
Greetings to you.
Greetings. Any messages from you to me?
Well, I see your astral is a hot platter at this time.
Yeah.
There are some dragon beings. There's also some beings that don't want to show themselves. Some of them are shadow beings. They're just they're archon beings that are part of how this reality was put together. So
yeah, it's my family connection there.
Yeah, but also
or somebody within it might be there.
But also, yes, the origins of this reality are there too. It's like the architects of this reality is what you're.
Yeah,
it's like you're having like a dinner party or something like that.
Yeah, I had it in, which was really strange. I saw it like the Last Supper meal. I had a download on it. Like even when I did my nails, I was kind of not like I was in two places at the same time. Almost in the same body, which was really weird. But anyways, that's how metaphysics works. Any other messages on the hot platter? Who is the main course? Is it me? Just kidding. So just another message.
There's some Anunnaki energies that you're releasing. It has to do with the where you your location. There's used to be a lot of Anunnaki presence there at one time. And they cause a lot of the programming of society there. It's one of the reasons why there's also an Anunnaki base that's more around the Arctic. Of course, it's underwater.
Yeah.
And it is one of the reasons why you're there. It's like protecting the North Pole.
Yeah.
So, and even giants do come and go through those realms, and even free. That's one of the reasons why your astral is so active, is because your connection to the Pole.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So,
well, thank you for reminding. Anyways,
yes.
But have a cool channel with this group, and thank you. Bye.
Yeah, blessings. Thank you. Up next, I've got Marvin's questions. His first question: do I have any hidden messages from your collective?
Anunnaki connections. You used to be a grandfather Anunnaki being that had a different type of strand DNA that has connections with Africa, basically for the DNA to heal itself quickly. So you basically part of the more higher dimensional DNA of Africa, African beings are there.
Hey, very cool. His second question: can I ask that the tall white that accompanies the one? Can I ask that the tall white accompany the ones that will make contact so I can see them and fist bump and maybe a telepathic message?
Yes, there's a lot of their energies around the moon at this time. They do, once you get DNA strand energies, they're talking to you a lot about DNA, at least the future genetics of humanity. So, what does it do with that? So.
Yeah, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Hariye.
Greetings, Redman.
Greetings to you.
Do you have any special message for me?
There's a lot of protection energies, but you are opening up more of your frequency to connect with others, especially in the astral plane. There seems to be a lot of you just allowing more positive timelines. In the past, there hasn't been the most positive, so you're allowing more of that new frequency to come in. That's what I can say.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. My second question, I had a call for being a healer in this incarnation, and I have started to studying and learning and meditating for the last year. And how do I know when I'm fully healed to heal others?
Well, sound healing is what we see you doing also. When you there's a lot of healing you do for yourself still, it seems.
Yeah.
So you know when people start approaching you, or the idea is to heal others. So right now, just concentrate on yourself. So
Yeah, I
you
had.
need to, please.
They are starting to reach at me and ask
Okay.
me what are you doing. I'm telling them that I'm healing, learning healing, and they want me to heal them. And yeah, and I felt like when I had a message that I was healer in the past life, that gave me a stronger stronger answer.
Yes, you're tapping in more to your Lemurian energies. So if people are approaching you, if like you are ready to heal, call it just practice. So,
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Dragon.
Hello, how you doing?
Greetings to you.
My first question is, this year there's a very obvious numerical correlation between my birth date and the year. The last one was decades ago. And you know, at the same time, I'm getting pumped with 555, which to me in numerology means change is coming, though I get that every so many months. I think, like, okay, change is constant. Interestingly, this time I think my soul is a little late. Like, that I was already aware that change was coming. That I think that's kind of funny, but I guess that could happen. But I was wondering about the numerology correlation with the year for me. Do you have any messages related to that?
When you tap into that time, yeah, you have your timelines seem to be moving around, fluctuating a lot. So it's like you go back in time, you go back into the future, you're doing many. So it might seem like you're late, but it feels like, yeah, there is a slight delay there. But it has to do with just fixing the past. It feels what you're working on this time. So, and it's more it's astrally though. Yes.
And when you do have those very, very obvious correlations with your dates, year dates and birth dates and stuff like that, it's part of the same question. Is that something the soul sets up intentionally? Because I know normally souls just work with energy, but is that something where they go into the weeds and, like, I'm going to do something really obvious with these dates that the individual can't, my incarnation can't miss?
This is to make you know, but I don't believe this was planned. It just happened. Yes, you're doing weeding. Yeah, you're clearing out old weeds. So, but I don't believe it was fully planned. It was optional that this was going to happen, but this wasn't really. You could have actually moved faster in time, but instead you're just clearing out energies instead.
But the dates are set from the point you're born. So is that something that's like? So that's not. So did that emerge out of the energies versus being something the soul planned for those date alignments?
Well, yeah, because you're attracted to that date to be born into that date, but after you're born, you can also change the frequency of it later. So
interesting.
That's why your astrology cannot always be accurate, because you're resonating with a different date after you're born. It's really strange, though.
Makes sense. My second question is actually related to what you said earlier, where you mentioned that you're not allowed to do magic here because of the rules. So I guess I'm occasionally fascinated by the fact that some of us can do psychic thing, can do magic. It's not too hard when we actually put our effort into it, at least for some of us. I imagine for everybody, but some people just don't click What's different about like why we're allowed to do magic when we're here? Obviously, most of us don't do much of it, but we can do it when we put our mind to it. And why are we allowed to?
Well,
Or are
it's
we
because of
allowed to?
is the karmic connection to it. So you decide if you want to go through the karmic timeline of that magic. So if you do magic and then you're taking more responsibility of what's going to happen with it. So that's another reason why a lot of people don't activate it or just not meant to do it at all. But those that activate it, it's like they're going to take their chances and the risks for it because this is your world, so you can do whatever you want with it, basically, to a certain extent, of course. So, but for aliens, we're just visitors.
So there's no like hard and fast rule, but you face the consequences.
Right.
And I'm guessing like the more you quote cheat, like if you're born and you die like in a normal life, you're probably given more leeway than if you come here as a ET and manifest your body and start moving things around. Like, oh, I don't like where this mountain is. I'm just going to move it over 50 miles away. That makes sense.
Yeah, you can also easily be ejected out of this world too if you start doing too much here. Yes. Makes
sense. I imagine you can have that happen to you in incarnation, but it's probably a lot harder because you're in a sort of contract to incarnate here.
You can, but you can also bypass that. You know, not necessarily moving a mountain, but you can move timelines, and it can cause a lot of difficulties here. And some souls have actually gotten, they've actually moved timelines that cause a lot of disruption here.
Thanks. Much love.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Silverclaw.
Hello there.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. I wanted to know if I had damaged the roots in my plants and if it will still result as good product.
Well, it seems like it's a good product, but yeah, there is some damage there, slight damage. It's going to be difficult for it to be fully repaired. So,
will it still be like good quality product?
It'll be decent enough, yes. Not to worry about. Yeah.
Not to worry. Okay, fantastic. Okay. My second question is, where do you see any predictions on my on when I would get my massage license, because it's still in progress?
Possibly a month or two sooner, but maybe a month or two. It's going through a lot of what you call it red tape. They're going through a lot of licensing and everything, so they just have to make sure that it will clear with the state. So I feel like it's more the state causing a lot of this. At least that's what I can pick up on.
Okay. Yeah, as long as it's in a month or two. So that's great advice. Thank you. A message. Thank you.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we've got Yuli.
Greetings. My first question will be, I would like to know what is my connection with my younger brother. His name is Irvin.
We see Anunnaki connections of the past. He's been your brother in previous incarnations also. Some of those have been Sirian incarnations. But here, it seems like he's always been like a younger brother to you, even in incarnation, in past Earth incarnations. So he's been what I always see is like a hurt feline in other realities where you felt, you brought him back to health, and he's been kind of dedicated to you ever since. Something like that.
Thank you. And my second question, I'm curious now about, I have this friend. She used to say that I am her Mexican sister from another life, and I would like to know what is my connection. Her name is Jody.
That's Mayan incarnations. You've had at least 7 or 8 Mayan lifetimes together.
Wow.
That was the ancient times. So you're technically a Mayan being. I mean, you have Lemurian, but it feels like very much a Mayan frequency.
Wow.
So,
well,
you definitely worked with the dragons also.
Yes. Well, thank you, and blessings.
Hey, very cool. Thank you. Up next, we've got Michael.
Greetings, Redmond.
Grease you.
So today I went to my primary physician to check my liver enzymes, and I stated how important this surgery was, and it seems like he was willing to help and get it going. So the only thing I have to do now, Friday, is go take a COVID test. Do you see anything stopping the surgery Monday, or is everything?
No. As long as you feel okay, you don't have
Mhm.
no COVID symptoms. I don't believe you do.
No.
I mean, COVID has, it's like a cough. I mean, it has cough symptoms, but as long as you don't have no cough or anything, we don't see anything. We feel like it could be fine.
Okay, good. Any messages from Archangel Michael?
He's showing you that you do have the ability to heal yourself. There's still energy with your liver that has to be healed, but you're doing that yourself. So just as you go through this healing process, using your own energy and your own judgment to heal your liver, and that'll help your psychic abilities. Great.
So me trying to manifest, is that working, or am I?
Yes.
Okay.
No. It just might not happen instantly, but it is. As you see, it is working. It just very gradually working. Because you want to heal, that's why. And you have good intentions, so just continue in that path.
Okay, blessings. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Galacia.
Greetings, Redmond. My energies might be a little low today because I've been crying because they keep cutting the trees down in my area. But yes, since you're connected to the astral realms more, maybe you could tune into that, just see what I've been up to. Any general messages for me?
Well, the tree energies has to do with your Lemurian connections. So some of the trees here, I believe you help plant here in Earth's past. So they're basically family members, as you know. So you're tapping more into that energy in your own lifetime as a tree being. So, but that also goes back to your Agarthian connections of lifetime of your sorcery abilities, your fairy energies. So it goes back to the fairy frequencies.
Yeah, synchronicities have been pretty wild. Last night I had a sit down sorcery session, let's call it, or I'm just following, what comes through for me, just connecting with the heart. And it's kind of, I'm not really trying things, they're just kind of showing to me, and I'm keeping open space for it. But I did this thing where I took a bowl of water and I put one of those not steamer, but like you put them where you could get the color and the steam coming out of the bowl. And I was doing stuff with my hands over it. And I know through all different readings how much I have water connections. Water keeps coming up over and over again. Yes. But yeah, it was interesting. Can you tap anything into that? Just what you feel? Any beings that were present? Or because that was the first time that I worked with water in that kind of way. Oh,
yes. Like a water lily being. Once again, it goes back to your fairy frequency. So you've been, as a fairy being, you've also been part of rituals, positive rituals, but all kinds of rituals. Let's put it that way. Well, as a fairy being, you help magic being manifest in this reality, through Agartha. So energy is also around a lot of children as a fairy being in your past, of just helping your children being raised properly, being protected, things like that in your past. And you're still connected to them today, it seems, at least on the astral level. So, and the water frequency, just that you're everywhere. So you dive into this body of water, and you can come out of water across the world. Another part.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a portal, I guess. Yeah. Interesting. Well, thank you very much. Blessings.
Yes.
Much love.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, got kicked out of the app. All right. Up next, we've got Lindsay.
Greetings. Do you have any messages for me?
Well, it seems like you're healing the past so you can have a more positive future. I feel like you're cutting a lot of timelines, old timelines, so you can have just more luck in your future. The past hasn't exactly been the luckiest. You've had moments of like you like to forget. Let's see if the future is more promising. Just so to concentrate on things that you do want. It has to be situations of challenge, but that's part of your growth also. Seems like there are some individuals, some like feels like a male energy or a couple of males they have contracts with, and when you connect to them, you'll whatever you want to do with that, but there's karmic connections there.
Okay. So, yeah, so that's good. So I've been doing some healing and so it's working. Yay. Okay. And then so or you mean do I need to heal the contracts with that you're saying?
Yes. Well, I feel like you're doing it now, but yes, I feel like it's just open where you want to go with that. That's up to you.
Okay, got it. And then the second one is did I have like lifetimes with Jesus, or is there any specific lifetime that comes up I've had with him?
Yes, but there's also a Moses connection.
Oh, interesting.
So Moses is a strong one. Jesus, yes, it's definitely an astral connection. If it's physical, it's not really showing itself clearly, but the astral is very strong because you work with him astrally to heal others. There's realities where you're Mary Magdalene, other realities. So there's a lot of frequency there. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, I've got Braden's questions. His first question, he says, "Are there any messages for me?" Thank you.
It seems like yes, you're freezing, closing out old timelines so you can allow yourself to go forward. There are some timelines that you have not quite fully healed just yet. For a major lifetime change, I believe it's with a relationship connection. What I can see. Of course, you have to be vague here, but I feel like there's a timeline that has not been fully healed for you to. There's a timeline you have not fully let go of. That's what we see. So, blessings.
Okay, thank you. The second question, are there any other messages for me this week?
For there's all Nordic beings. There's time traveler beings that you do connect with on other versions of Earth. There are time traveler in other realities, from what we see, and you bring information from those realms, like other presidents from other dimensions that you're very connected to. So government high up is where you're connected to in other realities, and in this reality, it's you're bringing more positive intentions here from other realms. Let's put it that way for the Earth. So blessings.
Yeah, blessings. Up next, we got Steve.
Hello, Redmond.
Greetings to you.
Greetings to you. Much love. I was wondering if you can connect with my higher self and just any updates, any messages. Thank you.
We have a connection to the Draft Collective. There's ships, alien ships, where it's just a bunch of draft beings on there that you're on. There's also, I don't know, this is show like the Monkey Palace. There's an ape world that you connect to often. That seems like it's Alpha Centauri. It's a world where you just go to. It's just like almost like an animated reality almost. It's more of a 5D, 6D reality you connect it to. So we'll just leave it with that.
Sweet, awesome. That was awesome. Thank you. Second is I'll just go ahead and leave it open. Just connect with any energies, any ones that want to come through. Thank you.
Oh, yes, you do connect to the Arcturians to heal a lot of the Men in Black timelines that are here that are causing amnesia. Of course, there's only so much you can do for society, but there's also, it seems like, prison inmates that you're there to heal, help spiritually grow. Like those that are in jail right now and they want to grow spiritually on an astral level, you connect to them. So possibly that might come to mind. It's up to you, but it can get quite dense. But you are helping them heal, even those that have pretty negative lifetimes here, for them to connect to their spiritual self. And some of them are pretty powerful spiritually, so you're keeping an eye on a great deal of them also. So, blessings.
Thank you so much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Next, we've got Annie.
Hi, greetings.
Greetings.
I was wondering if I have any negative attachments like around me or cords that need to be cut, like something's going on. I just like my health doesn't feel good right now, and I'm like, oh gosh, I hope I'm not having COVID again.
No, it's not COVID. It's like more like
Okay.
an energy attack. I don't really
Okay.
see an attachment, but also, of course, the Earth's going through an ascension frequency. I do see an Anunnaki energy around you that might not. It's like a portal. It's not the most healthiest. I'll just tell you where it is. It feels like it's around the bathroom. So,
Okay.
the
I'm
clumsy
actually
bathroom.
sitting in the bathroom.
Okay. Maybe it follows you around.
But yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's happening. Actually, you're right on with that one.
But maybe the bathroom, maybe do or where you are to do a cleanse in the room. But the bathroom does feel like it needs some kind of burning, some sage or something like that. Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Because it does pick up a lot of frequency. It can pick up old energy, and you can pick up on something that's been lingering there.
Okay.
Just putting that out there.
Okay, great. Thank you. And my second question, is there any messages out there, like from my higher self or whatever is closest, I guess, higher self or whatever?
Well, just trust your energies. Yeah, I feel. Yeah, there's actually an Anunnaki priestess lifetime you're connected to in the past. And so part of this is also your soul is connecting to, you're becoming more ready for what's difficult to see, especially the slave environment that the world went through in the past. And just a lot of slavery doesn't mean you're a slave, but the frequency is there. So it feels like you're cracking open your past.
Okay.
You were just there. You felt the effects of it, the negativity. It doesn't mean that you're enslaving others, but just being there, you can pick up a lot of energy from it. So you just have to see what you feel. If you feel like you were a slave, I don't believe you were a slave owner, but just being in that environment, not be able to do anything, is difficult also.
Yeah, with all the mandates and the masks and everything.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
There is remnants of the past, but speaking now, yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Next, we got Crystal. She's unmuted, but I don't think she's getting any audio out of her end. Yeah, Crystal, you may need to log off and log on again. No, still not getting anything. All right, Herman, she wrote her questions. She's asking any messages for me?
Yes. I believe this has been told there before. There's a Yeshua energy, still working with that. There's also a Mary Magdalene frequency she's tapping into. But a lot of this is about healing herself. She's going into a next generation of her timeline. It has not, this year is a turning point year. I believe more mid-year, which will feel start a lot of changes occurring. It might be very gradual change, but change is good. So right now, it'll probably be stagnant for a while. There'll be some changes, nothing too dramatic. They're in the middle of the year. We see a lot of soul transfer. Either even if it's just a one change, it feels like a relief of stress. That would, loses something.
Okay, thank you. I don't think she has a second question, but just ask if there's any follow-up information for her.
Oh, any follow? Yeah, like others, she's closing out old timelines, but I was in a Garthian connection. Let's see, like like a river in Agartha is, yeah, past life connection. Just basically her fairy and wizardry connections that she has in her past. There's a lot of blockages to her. What she's her depth of connections to the earth, basically her connection to Mother Earth, will start to clear itself eventually. It's just a lot of magic that she's here to remember. She's actually here to bring in some form of magic, though. From what I can see. What's this?
All right, very nice. Up next, we've got Shar.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
Any messages for me?
No. It seems like there's timeline manipulation energies that you're releasing. So, yeah, it's old timelines that others that have caused you difficulty, but this seems like we see like a clock, like you're changing your reality completely, at least eventually. So this is like you're bringing in a new timeline altogether where you'll have just a whole another life. It hasn't fully occurred, but it's like something that you're working in astral. So yeah, this is probably many years in the future, but it feels like a goal that you're working on is definitely on track, is what we see. Whatever we don't know your destiny, but we don't know exactly what you're looking for, but it feels like you have some kind of goal you're looking for.
And then for my second question, I've been trying to clear energy in my root chakra. Could you just check out my chakra system and see what's going on?
Well, it seems like there's a male energy timeline that hasn't been fully released. Seems like part of it's romantic timelines to release. It can also be family timeline. It is deeply connected though. So basically, to release it, just keep going forward. You can have energy to release it, but I feel like it will clear itself on its own because with your intentions continuing as they are. We also see a Sasquatch energy. Definitely have a connection with them. And they're on ship. They're on ship and they visit you. It feels like nightly, but you might not remember it, but it seems like they're there every now and then.
Oh, okay. Are there ships in my area?
Yeah, it's Pleiadian.
Okay.
There's Sirian sometimes, but mostly Pleiadian.
Okay. Do I visit with them?
Yes, Pleiadian Nordic beings, female, is there. There's others, but it feels like a main female you meet.
Okay.
And you can visualize it also.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes,
blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Sean. Sean, you there? I don't think he's in the chat anymore. Hopefully he makes it back. So we'll move on to Christy's questions. Her first question, she says, I was wondering which beings took me when I was little and laying on the table during abduction, and what did they do to me? Is this abduction because of my genetics?
Well, there's Zetas, short Zetas, what seems like Black Project Zetas. I feel like they're trying to take DNA from you, from what you know. And it feels like it's part of its Lemurian connected. There's other species that they're not going into, but it's like there's also an AI being that you know, feels like in Sirius. So it's almost like you're a secret agent. You probably have that feeling.
Okay, thank you. Her second question. I hear the abductees say the ETs tell them they are the chosen one. Am I one of the chosen one for which hybrid program? Is that what chosen one means?
Well, yeah, there's different ways of looking at that. Well, they tell that to everybody. um, but everybody is say everybody's special. But you have a cloning DNA. Basically, you have a DNA that can, I would say, be easily cloned. It's clonable, so you can have it's almost like an exact replica of yourself. I would say that's kind of rare because usually when they clone people, it's not exactly, but yours can be almost identical to you except for the personality traits. So you can say the chosen one in that regard, yes.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. I have Sean's questions. His first question: are there any messages for me?
Yes, we see a lot of energies in Sirius. He is getting upgrades of who he is. Eventually, the star beings will come to him in his dream if they are not already. There's also a reptilian court in Sirius that he's healing, basically a disconnect from different alien races. So yeah, there is drama in other star systems. I do see him as like a wanted alien being in other realities. Probably feel some of that, but he's fine. But is because kind of he rattles the cages sometimes of some beings, but he's okay overall.
Okay, thank you. The second question: are there any messages for my son?
Of course, as a star child, I feel like his son's energy is one of his connections is serious. Definitely, he has this motherly frequency around him. Of course, the mother we love is there. Of course, that's the feline presence that's around him at this time. So I feel like he will, grow in a proper way. It does feel like he's going to grow very fast, but also his intellect's going to be strong too. So that's what you're there to help his mind to grow. Where he's also very connected to nature, but it feels like he can learn things very quickly. So as long as you're there to keep his mind stimulated, just keep his mind going. Things that you find interesting, and that'll definitely help his growth for sure. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got April.
Greetings.
Greetings, yeah.
Thank you for being here tonight. Are there any messages for me regarding this crystal I'm holding right now in my hands that I found? That was one of the last ones in my grandpa's workshop. I just want to see if you could get any energy off of it.
It does seem like it's doing energy protection, but I feel like it's doing rehabilitation of your frequency. It is removing some of the negative beings that have been around you in the past or recently, or because it seems like it cloaks your energy. It puts a frequency around you where the beings can't always find you. So, for example, if you feel like energy attacks or anything, you can take that stone and hold on for a little bit, see what happens there.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And any messages?
There's positive timelines you're connected to. Yes, you're going to go more into secrets of your lineage. You obviously you got to be, take your time with it, but it feels like with every day there's going to be a deeper connection. There seems like there's a wild connection there, a wild card that has not been fully reached yet. That will be of what you truly are here. What's your not exactly your mission, but just some of your origins.
Okay, yeah, I feel like there's something missing yet that I have. Yeah.
It's because it doesn't really fit with the reality right now.
Okay.
But doesn't, it's just like if it takes you out of who you are. That's why.
Okay.
So you need to be who you are, for your kids, and
right.
all this. So it has a purpose, but it will, like the more that you chip at it, slowly it'll start to give you little details.
Okay.
Yeah, this whole group, all this is all about revealing. Those of you who've been doing this for a while, more soul revealing is going to come. Definitely.
All right. Thank you so much. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Very nice. And up next, we've got Karam.
Hi there. May I ask which being is it?
This is Sirian, Redmond from Sirius.
Thank you so much for answering our question.
Yes. Welcome.
I feel really good. Like I was always so confused about my path, and then I was still following it, and it was so hard. But yesterday, I sort of got more clarity, and I've been shown so much. I'm just very grateful, and I still can tell how hard it's gonna be, but I'm committed now. I'm all in, and I feel grateful. Yeah, it was not really a question, but if you want to say something before I move on.
Well, yeah. It's hard to the astral realm. I believe that's where you have the hardest to bring in, because you've been so human here. We've also been a wizard here in the physical, so you're really connected to the physical. Now you're bringing more of the astral, and it's a little strange.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, go ahead, please.
Absolutely. Just a second. How would you? I got some very helpful advice as always last week. So I'm trying to stay present, transcendent, meditative during interactions with others, which is a very difficult thing. So I started doing that. I see the presence of God in the person as sort of like a figure above them, at the same time as I concentrate on the presence of God within me, and sort of that helps me like not fall too down in the physical illusion, and that helped a lot.
Yes.
Anything else you think could help me? Today I was in a situation. A lot of people were like aggressive or like around me at the grocery store because I'll skip the details, but so I did very well. I only got upset at the end a little bit, but I did very well. I was still a loving person despite the aggression towards me. That was very encouraged. Maybe you could add some extra tip there or any comment.
Well, to add to that part, why you got a little bit aggressive, it feels like it's like, yes, you've been good, and then someone just is like, okay, you have to let some of your anger out a little bit. It's like shows your humanity, you're human. It's like, because you can, it shows you though you can connect to the higher level and stay there. You can actually stay there as long as you want, but because you're human, you gotta let some of this human stuff to come through. So it's okay to be human. You'll be able to heal that darkness. They're getting there, but yes, connected to your higher consciousness. Yes, you're accepting it more, which is good.
I feel confident I'm going to be able to hold that level of general love and not be drawn into any negative mindset. So I feel really good.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
But yes, many layers of that will, as more you explore, yes, you can say the God realms. You're basically, it's your higher self, you basically connect to other realities, as you know, where it's just peaceful. So you're bringing that peaceful energy here.
Absolutely. And I just want to say thank you for the guidance. The guidance that I've been getting is so helpful, and thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Up next, I've got Blue's questions. Her first question, she says, "Hello, Redmond. Thank you for visiting us. Do you or your collective have any messages for me?"
Well, it seems like, yes, you do have timeline exchanges. Like yes, there are timelines where you can make it easier, but there's also timelines you take the harder ones at times just because you want to accomplish what you're here to accomplish. You do have an energy of shaman vibration you bring into the earth. So you're working with all these multi-dimensions. Is at least 20 different timelines at once, probably more than that. That's why you feel kind of worn out, because yes, you're battling the darker realms, but you're also bringing more of the positive realms. But you don't always see the positive realms because you're continuing to go forward. So you are healing actually past timelines where it's been taken over. So you're healing, like even timelines during the Black Death, it feels like you're healing those realities so humanity can remember itself again. So you are here to heal the amnesia here. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Her second question, regarding timelines, can you please tell me if I'm closer to stabilizing a desired timeline for myself? Thank you so much.
Yes, it's just that it feels like there's still some conflict timelines that you're dealing with with past relationship, just because there is an attack. Even timelines can, I wouldn't say it's attacking, but kind of is, and it hasn't been fully released um, for various different reasons. But it feels like you are, yeah, it's kind of like a negative timeline, as you know, and it's almost like a wizard being, and you're there to remove it, but it's like you're warning about it also. So, but yes, you'll find some healing to it. It's like you're getting the root of it, what it is. Like the more you know about it, like the spiritual side of it, the more it will dissipate. It has a lot to do with your environment, your location too. There's a lot of elite frequencies there, as you probably know.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Next, I've got Amanda's questions. She says, hello, thank you for coming through for us today. May you please tell me what gifts I have yet to come online and how can I strengthen my mediumship?
Well, the mediumship is to test your ability with a friend. To just like, if you have a friend or somebody close that knows somebody that crossed over, and just to talk to those people and just get used to it. I feel like your abilities are at a healthy level. It's just you're learning how to use them. And for other abilities, the telepathic frequency and for psychic connections to a certain degree, you only need so much of that. You don't need to do everything. But also, yeah, it's a healing factor that you have. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Her second question. I'm wanting to know why I'm living where I am right now. The quantum reflection is real. However, I want to know if it's time to move on from here as I'm feeling anchored and psychic attacked and controlled.
Well, there's a karmic connection there. I wouldn't say that, yes, there's kind of like a timeline battle going on there. Some of that's Anunnaki connected. Just it's a karmic connection. You can say a timeline that has not been fully healed. So there's like a war in astral to a certain extent. So you just put your intentions to, as you are now, to heal that timeline, to shut it down. It's like I don't need this timeline anymore. It's like the more you say that, the more that it will release. But yeah, it's going to hold on because until you are cleared out that contract. You can clear out, yeah, just it's better just to go, the flow with it, as you probably know. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Waiting on one other person's question, so hopefully they make it in time because up last this evening is me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again, Redmond, for coming in. Yesterday, the Fraud Collective from Alpha Centauri spoke about channeling or connecting to sound for healing, and it reminded me of my experience that I have when I'm listening to music, where I could travel to the core of the rhythm and become one with the sound. When I find the center of that vibration, I'm able to co-create with the song and kind of like add new layers to it.
Yes.
When I get into that state, co-creative state, how can I tune that into a more of a healing vibration? Not just for myself, but for anybody that hears it.
Oh, yes. So it's like you take that song, like you listen to a regular song that you like, and you can like integrate your energy into that song, and you can send it out to the world.
Right.
So you can send it out and see, doesn't matter who wants it or not, but just sending it out, you're projecting it out to the planet itself.
Well, it feels like there's some resistance when I get into that state as far as expressing it out of myself. Is it just not time for that yet, or is there something that I can work on?
It's probably you need a different type of song.
Okay.
It feels like there's a song. Now we'll just say something like Enya. We're not saying Enya is it, but Enya is a good representative. Just like you listen to Enya, You bring that energy in. If you like it or not, you don't. That's fine. But we're just putting it, for example, as a kind of a high frequency music. Obviously, some might disagree.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that.
But Enya has the energy. Just you let it flow through you. Yes, and just because Enya is very galactic.
All right, very cool.
And I feel like it's the right tune. And when you feel that frequency, you can just listen to Enya and send that energy. Yeah, I believe it has to be the right song. It comes down to it. It might
And
be
then it just activates something in my solar plexus, and I just start harmonizing with it.
yeah, you feel like you can resonate with it, as they say here.
Right.
And there'll probably be certain songs you can just work with. Other songs might have agendas and all that. That's why
yeah, definitely. I keep tabs on the latest releases, and I can feel that same
it's
manipulative
possibly,
vibration.
Yeah, possibly a Michael Jackson song, like in his later, when he's not his later, but when he was like before all the scandals happened.
Right.
It's like that one was kind of a liberation type of. I think there was some bitter stuff in there, but anyway, I think
Yeah. I'll take a look into that. I appreciate that. Yeah, very cool. For my second question, I was like, how's my root chakra doing? It's been taking a beating these last few months, so I'd like to ask if it has any messages on my health improving.
Well, it feels like it's family related. Some of their worries. It could be also worries from others. I feel like mostly family. Just insecurities and worry about the future. Some of the family members see like scenarios of the world ending and everything is what I can see there.
Yeah, because I felt like some of this parasitic energy is coming from them at times as well. It's manifesting, and I'm the one, transmuting it.
Well, yes, but your family's been also giant people in their past. And I don't think your mother is always the most positive giant.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's like I feel like your mother, father, brother, but you were not a giant. You were related to them, but you're like a normal human. But you're trying to calm them down.
Yeah. Sounds like Enoch.
Yeah.
It's
like, it's funny because you're related to them, maybe not by, parents, but you still have some relation to them. And you're like the only one that can finally cool them off because they were hotheads in their past.
Right.
You probably feel some of that now.
Oh yeah, it's definitely residual there.
It is heavy. But if you see them as giants, and it's on this world, but I feel like there's other worlds too. But they feel like they can just do whatever they want. There's probably more to it than that.
A lot of big egos there.
well, they had a mindset, and then it just, why aren't other people thinking like something like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I get that from my father, big time.
Yeah, and that's something he's been having a hard time with releasing. There's with your father like a spider energy, like an archon mentality thinking there.
Yeah.
Almost like an implant in some regard. It's been there forever.
Interesting. Yeah, he makes it work for him though. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you again, Redmond, for your help and assistance. Blessings to you.
Yes. Glad to connect you. You are. Yes, it's been some time. So sending energies. Blessings.